Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to XRP. Once again, thank you for support, okay? Big up the CoinsKid crew, thank you for being here. So, like I keep reminding you, please get involved in all the communities right now, the Discord, the Twitter, TikTok, things like that. Just get involved, okay? There's lots more content that I can post on there. For example, in the Discord, I think way back in June right here, I did post this particular setup. One of the CoinsKid crew, Sasha, he replied to this yesterday. I actually took my eye off this particular trade, but right now, this is doing really well. It's marching towards the 55. You can clearly see, if I take a look, you got some kind of impulsive wave 1, corrective wave 2, huge 3, pull back into the 20, and right now it looks as though it's gearing up for that 55. So from here, that was been a monumental move that I spotted way back there. A lot of people, they get sort of annoyed with some of these sort of projects that when I post targets and that, and they don't actually get there overnight, and they do take quite a long time. For example, if we take a look at the coin here maker, I did equally post this way back in June as well, equally in the Discord and on Twitter, and I did include it in some of the videos as well. I remember in the XRP and Bitcoin video, what we spotted here was obviously this falling wedge, which is a reversal pattern. Like I said to you, you break out, you got your resistance points, and what you do usually do is we trace to each point of contact and the top of where you form the wedge. So you can clearly see this is a weekly time frame for Maker coin. This has been an amazing trade, okay? And I remember lots of people trolling this particular post as well way back there in June, saying no way and things like that. But it's almost 104% completion right now. So I'm looking for this to get to the 1618. Like I've always taught you, the 1618 is boss. Get it into your charts. Bitcoin is actually broken out to 1618 right now, and not a lot of people are looking at. So it does qualify as a little micro impulsive move right there for Bitcoin. So good luck. Right now what we're going through in the crypto markets, in my opinion, is some kind of little micro correction. We hold the high low structure from which we've come. It's all good, and we're looking at that upside potentially over the next few months for crypto here, especially Bitcoin and XRP. So again, I do post lots of coins on Discord and Twitter and things like that, and this is why I do say please get involved. I did post this way back there when I posted, notice this breakout right there way back in June, and so far so good. We're coming up, and you can clearly see here we've got a massive move. Look at that monster move. This possibly is kind of way for correction right now. We're heading towards the 168 minimal target off this break of this 0 fib into the 1 fib. You're broken out, you back test the neckline support, the head, look at that, and then boom, you swing high, swing low, find support where you go basically. So this is looking pretty good to get to that 1618 eventually, but it's just took a long time if you look at it since June, and right now September, it's took a few months to get there. And this is the thing you've got to appreciate when I'm looking at macro moves. They do take quite a long time to play to fruition, but if I'm looking at micro moves, i.e. the 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, take a little bit shorter. So we'll try and zoom in a little bit more with you. We'll take a look at XRP today, see what it's doing and see where we think it's going to go to, but so far so good. We're doing okay, so don't get too bearish just yet whilst things are holding structure and support. Okay, so it's all about obviously Bitcoin. If it holds that low from which it's come from last Monday, I think you've potentially put in a micro wave 1 right now, and you're going for a corrective wave 2, and wave 3 should be next. Okay, we see that. Wow, kickback. XRP is going to march to 131 over the next few months. Okay, it's absolute, written in the stars right there. But remember, there's no guarantees. Nothing's written in the stars. I shouldn't say that. I don't want people to think that I've got a crystal ball and things like that. But it is just purely technical analysis. It's a game of support and resistance, and this is something I relay to you in the charts on a daily basis. Anyway, I do apologise for rambling on. Let's dive into the XRP chart, because there's something really important that we need to see going forward, and it could be a really key signal for you. If you're sort of sitting on the wings, you're a bit scared or whatever, and you're looking for a fantastic signal in the XRP chart, I'm going to show you a signal that if we see this, it could be a very powerful sort of indication of that big 131 target being met for XRP going forward. Okay, let's dive into the XRP chart right now. Looking at XRP on the daily, this is an indication, a signal that I'm looking for on the daily. I will relay this to you if it happens, and obviously there's no guarantees it will happen, but I think if we see this particular signal, it could increase the probabilities. But right now, we could be looking at a move to at least this level here, this $1.31 for XRP. So there is a video that I made around about last week, I think it was. I will drop a link to that video in each and every single video description right now to my theory on why I think XR could be looking at that, $1.31 right there. And time as well, a lot of people say when. I've actually analyzed the time and looked at the time possibilities right there, and again it's theory based, but if we nail it, then it's amazing. Okay, and technical analysis has led us down that path. But remember, nothing I say is financial advice. I always show you every day in validation of this particular theory that I have, and obviously for this theory to ring true, we definitely want to see Bitcoin holding that low from last week. Okay, so we're looking for the retracement, looking for the break, and so on and so forth. So just keep back, relax, and be patient, like I said to you. So in the meantime, I'll try and find the moves up and down, you know, resistance, support and things like that, and try and ride the waves on a daily time frame, you know, looking at the hourly, the 15-minute, 5-minute, looking at trades and things, shorts, longs, whatever. But in the meantime, the macro outlook for me still remains the same until we lose this low that we put in August. So I think that what we've got here is a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, and I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, the big 35-day ABC, the big 35-day ABC, and right now we're coiled up and we're looking to break, and we're coiling up, we're looking to break. So the signal that I'm looking at, and I've shown you numerous signals, you know, the signals that are stacking up that we need to see, obviously. The signal I'm looking at on the daily time frame, which I think is really important here, that we want to see for XRP that we've not quite seen yet, is this. I'm going to show you. So it's using the EMA. Okay, so go to indicators. There is a tutorial on each and every single video description on how to drop the EMAs into your charts and set your charts up like the way I have. Okay, so it's entirely up to you if you want to follow that tutorial. It's on coinskid.com and in each and every single video description. So to get an EMA, all you do is go to indicators just there, and you go all the way down and you search for EMA. Okay, I've actually got mine bookmarked. So EMA, moving average exponential, you drop it into your chart. I've already got this particular EMA in here. It's the bottom one. It's called the 200-day EMA. Okay, it's a very, very powerful EMA. I don't usually use it on the, you know, the smaller time frames, but I do look for it on the daily and the more macro viewpoint. So again, you go to your cog, you make sure it's 200 style. Mine is green, and you know, it's simple as that. And then obviously you make sure it's shown on the chart. So right now, this is a very, very key level of resistance that XRP is finding itself under. Okay, so you've had some kind of little fake out just here for XRP, and right now you've had this retracement coming back, holding this high low. So I think like that, look at that, boom, you run into it as resistance. Okay, and right now you're coming back. Like I said to you, if you can come up, make a resistance, high low, come up to the next EMA, make a high low, then you should in theory be marching towards that EMA, which is a 55, and that begins to carve out that massive ascending triangle here for XRP. So what we're looking at right now is obviously we're having some kind of retracement into these EMAs again. We're looking for a structural high low. If we do that, then we've hit that 200 EMA, and right now we'll march towards a 55 EMA. But the signal that I'm looking at right now for XRP that will really increase the probability that XRP, you know, is looking for a monumental move is really simple. It's this yellow line. You see the 20-day EMA. If we see this yellow line cross this green line, that would create a beautiful bullish cross on the 20 and 200 EMA. So what I'm looking at right now is the, you know, it's obviously it's all theory based, and I'm just looking for signals, potential signals that would give the game away here. Okay, so what I'm looking at this macro correction that we went through in 2020, because I think at the moment there's a lot of confluence at this level that if you take a look, and I've gone through this multiple times with you, what we've got is a macro low, then we've made a macro high, and right now this is a macro high low, and we're looking to come up, potentially making another macro higher high, if not another macro lower low. And what we've got is some kind of compression, you know, some kind of horizontal that we're coming into, getting really, really tight before we break in. I've gone through this scenario with you many times. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is the fact that off this low here, we put in this massive move, some kind of leading diagonal. So off this low here, we put in this massive move, some kind of leading diagonal. Then we went through the 35-day ABC, 35-day ABC, called up, broke out, called up, broke out. Okay, so aside from all that, what I'm looking at right now, the one thing that gave the game away here after this macro correction, the big 35-day ABC correction, let me show you right now, which is strikingly similar to what we've gone through. So there's the top of the 5 waves, the leading diagonal from the March low of 2020, and then we went through that 35-day correction. Look at that, 35 days, look at that 35 days correction for XRP, A, B, C, and then within this as well, what we've got is your clear A, your B, and you C, and I've gone through this with you before. Within this C wave, we've got the 1, the 2, the big 3, the 4, and the final 5. Okay, and we started to come back up, and as you can see, we come up and then we trace. Oh no, it's going to 0. But the one key signal that we got here that gave the game away that this correction was over, and you was looking at a beautiful upside, putting in these 5 waves to there. Look, because you've got another 1, ABC 2, 3, ABC 4, 5, another leading diagonal, which is something I'm looking at as a potential scenario. The one thing that gave the game away that that correction was actually over was the yellow line crossing the green line. So if we see the 20-day EMA from this point right now, okay, cross the green line, the 20 EMA cross the 200-day EMA, sorry, then I think we've got a confirmation that a correction in. So what I'm looking at right now as a potential scenario is that what we've got from this top that we put in So this bottom is equally 35 days. Okay, so possibly what we've got here is some kind of one ABC2, and right now this is a formation of a larger wave coming up for XRP. Absolutely possible. But one thing we want to see going forward is this yellow line crossing the green line. So again, it is something you could just kick back, relax, wait to play out in the charts. If you see that, that's just stacks of confidence that the correction's over and you're looking at a beautiful signal for upside for XRP. So at the moment, obviously, we ran into the 200-day EMA, just like we ran into the 10 EMA, come back in a higher low, ran into the 20 EMA, come back in a higher low. Right now we're running into 200-day EMA, potentially coming back in a higher low, looking to break towards the 50. So if we start to see this will begin to start to look quite impulsive. But what we're looking for is to break that level of resistance and a potential ascending triangle pattern here over a long period of time with all the bull crosses inside of the apex of this reversal pattern, because it's exactly what we got way back down here in 2020. Okay, so again, it's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's simple technical analysis, and if you can be patient and wait for this particular scenario to play out, then, you know, in theory we should be just looking at a very similar, you know, structure here. We've got this sort of big ascending triangle off this bottom, this 35-day correction. You know, you've got your leg support, and once we broke out, you know, look at that breakout. I remember, why did it break out here? For no reason. It's just technical analysis, isn't it? So, you know, we've got this massive ascending triangle, pretty much like what we're forming right now. And what did you get towards the apex, which is something I keep relaying to you to be patient and wait for? It's all the bull crosses right towards the apex. So that was a major signal that obviously we come up and retrace and hold support, called up, and then boom, we're up there. So this is something you could wait for. Again, please be patient. Remember, patience is key with XRP. Is it going to 100% happen? I can't guarantee it, but it's just a scenario that I'm looking at in confluence, these 5 waves coming up to the golden ratio right there, the 1618. So you enjoyed that update. Right now, obviously, XRP is going for a correction. It's ran into a 200-day EMA. So we're looking for it to hold a higher low. If it does start to break down and it loses this low that we put in way back there in August, which is your bull market support on any exchange that you're looking at, whether it's Bybit, BitGet, whatever, that is your bull market support right now. That's your, you know, uptrend support for XRP in the near future. Lose that, it's devastating going forward. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Thank you for support. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on XRP.